Namaste students, here I am with a new video relating to income from other sources topic. In the previous video I was explaining about interest on securities purchased or sold during the current financial year. How to treat its interest. Due to some app problem, video could not be completely recorded. My explanation was in between and it was not explained totally, so I want to continue the topic. And after this, in this video we will discuss one problem relating to income from other source, so that so that you can do some problems relating to interest on securities calculation. So interest on securities purchased or sold during the current financial year. What is financial year? Financial year starts on 1st April and ends on 31st March. Starts at 31st April and ends on starts on 1st April and ends on 31st March. Our current financial year is our current financial year is what? Our current financial year starts on 1st April 2018 and till the 31st March 2019, right? So that is from April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. From here on, January, February and March. January, February, March are 2019 and April to December are 2018 year. Okay, what we need to do in case of purchases? What we need to do in case of purchases? In case of purchases, if securities are held by assessee at the time of पेमेंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, जब आपको इंटरेस्ट रिसीव हो रहा, फॉर अदर पर्सन इट इज पेमेंट, फॉर अस इट इज इंटरेस्ट, दैट इज ऑन और बिफोर द ड्यू डेट ऑफ पेमेंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. जब इंटरेस्ट ड्यू डेट है उससे पहले या उस दिन पे आपके पास, दैट इज देन assessee will receive interest for each of 6 months period even if he held for 1 day. क्या है ये? सिंपली जब इंटरेस्ट ड्यू डेट्स देते वो ड्यू डेट से पहले या उस दिन तक उस दिन पर आपके पास सिक्योरिटीज है तो आपको इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा फॉर 6 months period, not for that one month or 2 months or 3 months period. For 6 months period, half yearly interest will be paid. That is the assumption in case of income from other sources. So in case of, I'll tell one example so that you can easily understand. Suppose here interest due dates, suppose in the given problem, if interest due dates are June, or we can say June 30 or 31st December, these are the interest dates. When you are going to receive on 30th June and 31st December, you are going to receive interest. Okay then. But assessee has purchased the securities on say on 31st July or 1st July, you can say. When he has purchased on 1st July, he has purchased. What are the interest due dates? One is June, another one is December. So in June you will receive 6 months interest, in December you will receive 6 months interest. But what we are saying, at the time of payment of securities, that is on the due date or before the due date, assessee should hold the securities. When assessee has purchased, he has purchased in July. So will you get interest for June month? No. For June, in the June you will not get interest, but in December you will get interest for 6 months period. Okay. For suppose, in this one more example I will tell. Suppose assessee has purchased on 31st December. When he has purchased on 31st December, he has purchased the securities. In June, does he have the securities? No. In December he has purchased. In December he has purchased. So he will not get in case of June 6 months, but in December he will get 6 months interest, not for 1 day interest, not for 1 day. 31st एक ही दिन उसके पास सिक्योरिटीज है, फिर भी उसको 6 months पीरियड का इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. Even he held for 1 day, means that suppose he has purchased on 31st May or some 15th May. Some 15th May he has purchased. Okay, May month में purchase करे उन्होंने. So in the month of May he is purchased. Before, does he has the securities? Yes, he is having securities in May, means at the time of June he is having securities, so he will get income for not only for May and June, but 6 months interest he will get in June. अगर मई में परचेस करे तो दिसंबर में भी उनके पास सिक्योरिटीज रहेंगे, तो सिक्योरिटीज के ऊपर दिसंबर मंथ में उनको और एक 6 मंथ्स का इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. पूरा 6 + 6, हाउ मेनी मंथ्स इंटरेस्ट ही विल गेट? 12 months interest he will get. This is the in case of purchase. Simple thing you ask, what is the due date? Before that date, if assessee has the securities, he will get interest for that period. Okay, but not for 1 day or 1 month or 2 months like that. He will get for 6 months each half yearly interest will be received. Okay, that is the case here. Suppose in case of sale, let me explain in case of sale once. What happens in case of sale? Let us see in case of sale how it should be done. How it will be done in case of sale? Assessee will get interest from the beginning of the financial year, that is what is from April to the date of interest due date. Interest due date before the date of sale. जिस दिन आप सेल कर रहे हैं उससे पहले वाला इंटरेस्ट ड्यू कब हो रहा वो देखो. फॉर ईच ड्यू डेट period 6 months interest he will receive. As I said, every 6 months you will receive interest. Suppose, let us take one example. Assessee has sold securities on 1st July and due dates are June 30 and December 31st December and 30th June. These are the due dates for interest. Okay, when he has sold in July. What are the due dates? What are the due dates before the date of sale? जुलाई इज योर डेट ऑफ सेल. उससे पहले वाला ड्यू डेट कब आ रहा? जुलाई से पहले वाला देखो देखो, जून. जून में उनको इंटरेस्ट आ रहा कितने महीने का? 6 महीने का इंटरेस्ट आ जाएगा. ओके. अनदर ड्यू डेट इज व्हेन? दिसंबर. लेकिन उन्होंने जुलाई में सेल कर दिए, तो दिसंबर में उसके पास on the payment of interest date, on the payment of interest date, does he holding? No. That is what here he will get interest from the beginning of financial year to the date of interest due date before the date of sale. Before the date of sale, if any due date is there, till that date he will get. So this is the sale date. उससे पहले वाला देखो, उसके बाद में इंटरेस्ट नहीं मिलेगा. ओनली 6 months. सपोज इंस्टेड ऑफ जुलाई 1st July, Asahi has sold on 1st January. Let us say 1st January is selling. ओके. 1st January से पहले, ये जनवरी मंथ है, जनवरी मंथ से पहले ड्यू डेट कब है? ड्यू डेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज व्हाट? दिसंबर. सो दिसंबर में 6 महीने का इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. और उससे पहले भी और एक ड्यू डेट है जून का भी 6 महीने का, 6 months एंड हियर 6 months. टोटल 6 + 6, 12 months interest he will receive if securities are sold on January. If securities are sold on January. Okay. Till here, no confusion. Let me tell you one more thing. Suppose interest due dates are not June and December. Let us take one more example here. Interest due dates are 30th September, September 30 and 31st March. What are the interest dates? One is September, another one is March. Okay, one is September, another one is March. Okay, यहाँ पे इंटरेस्ट डेट्स ये दोनों है. एक मार्च में इंटरेस्ट आ रहा, दूसरा सितंबर में आ रहा. एंड इफ एसएससी हैज सोल्ड, सेम जनवरी में सेल कर दिए, तो जनवरी से पहले ड्यू डेट कब है? सितंबर. तो सितंबर में उन कितने महीने का मिलेगा? सितंबर का कितने महीने का मिलेगा? 6 महीने का मिलेगा. मार्च का उससे पहले सेल कर दिए ना, आपके पास सिक्योरिटीज नहीं है. अगर सिक्योरिटी नहीं है तो आपको इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा क्या? ड्यू डेट पे आपके पास सिक्योरिटी होना है. वेदर परचेज और सोल्ड, इफ यू आर होल्डिंग सिक्योरिटीज ऑन दैट डेट, ड्यू डेट पे आपके पास सिक्योरिटीज है तो 6 महीने का इंटरेस्ट आएगा, नहीं तो इंटरेस्ट नहीं आएगा. सपोज हियर इन दिस केस, इफ नॉट जनवरी, if it is not January, it is जून. अगर सेल डेट आपका जून है तब कैसे करते हैं? जून है तो इट इज नॉट जनवरी, कंसिडर इट एज जून 1st को आपने सेल कर दिए, जून में सेल कर दिए. इससे पहले इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा क्या? नहीं. इसके बाद इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा, एक बार सितंबर में, एक बार मार्च में. क्या आपके पास सिक्योरिटीज है? आपने तो सेल कर दिए, तो इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा क्या? नहीं मिलेगा, टेंगा मिलेगा. नो इंटरेस्ट विल बी रिसीव्ड इन दिस केस. सो दिस इज अबाउट इंटरेस्ट in case of sale and purchase of securities during the current financial year. अगर कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आए तो फिर से एक बार पीछे जाके वीडियो देख लेना, समझ में आ जाएगा. And now we are going to do one problem, then you will understand it better. Okay, let us go to the problem. So here we are with the problem number 9. With the problem number 9, in case of income from other sources, we are doing interest on securities. Problem number 9. The investment portfolio of Dr. Varun, practicing doctor in Hyderabad, on last day of relevant previous year to the current assessment year is as under. First point, 12.5 300 debentures of Camlin India Limited, 100 rupees face value, purchased at 86 in 2009. इस ईयर में देखो, करंट ईयर में परचेस करे तो वो आप देखते हैं ड्यू डेट से पहले अपने पास है कि नहीं. ये कब परचेस करे? 2009 में. आपका प्रीवियस ईयर कौन सा है? 1819. 1819 में दिए तो इसके बारे में वो अभी जो ऊपर मैंने कैलकुलेशन बोले ड्यू डेट से पहले है या नहीं है वो देखना. ये पुराने के जब भी आपको फुल ईयर का इंटरेस्ट आ जाएगा 6 + 6 टोटल 12 मंथ्स का इंटरेस्ट आ जाएगा. बट हियर इन दिस केस फर्स्ट यू शुड आस्क इन द क्वेश्चन, डू वी गो इंटरेस्ट रेट? यस, इंटरेस्ट रेट दिए. इंटरेस्ट रेट देने के बाद क्या पूछना? इज इट टैक्स फ्री कमर्शियल? इज इट टैक्स फ्री कमर्शियल? वी शुड आस्क. नेक्स्ट, interest rate given. Yes, interest rate. Tax free commercial. Is it tax free commercial? That we need to ask. If it is tax free commercial, then two steps we will do. But it is not set tax free commercial, then only one step. What is one step? नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स 300 इंटू 100 फेस वैल्यू पे लेना, जितने रेट पे परचेस करे उसको गोली मार दो. सो 300 इंटू 100, this is the face value, that is 30,000. We will get that 30,000 into rate by 100 we need to take, that is 12.5 divided by 100. How much you will get? You will get around 3750, I think. Whatever amount you will get for this, you take that one. We will do calculation later on. For me, I think it is 3750. Hope so. Next, 1000 tax free. Oh, tax free बोले. Interest rate 8.25%. UP government bonds of 100 rupees each at 92 in the year 2014 and market value is 98. ये मार्केट वैल्यू को परचेज वैल्यू को गोली मारो. फेस वैल्यू कितना है? 100 रुपीज. व्हाट इज द नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स? 1000. 1000 into 100 we need to take here. 1000 into 100, then you will get face value of government. I said first you need to see, is it rate given? Yes, rate given. Is it tax free commercial? Then do two steps, otherwise only one step. What is one step? One step means 1000 into 100, 1000 into 100 into 8.5%, that will become 8500. That is 8.5 divided by 100 we need to take, because only one step we will do, that is rate divided by 100. Next, third one, 2 lakh 15%. Here also interest rate is given. Acha. Secured debentures of DLF Company Limited listed purchase for purchased for face value on 1st January 2019. 1st January 2019 means these securities are purchased during current financial year. Interest due date is 30th June and 31st December for each year. For the purchase of securities, loan is taken at the rate 11%. ये सिक्योरिटीज परचेज करने के लिए आपने लोन लिया, उसके ऊपर इंटरेस्ट पे कर रहे, ये आपको 57 में under section 57 you will get deduction under section 57 for the loan taken for the purchase of securities. Interest, if you have paid, that interest will be allowed under section 57. But what is the date of purchase? Date of purchase is 1st January. What is the due dates? Due dates are June and December. ड्यू डेट्स आर जून एंड दिसंबर. जून एंड दिसंबर में आपके पास शेयर्स है, लेकिन सॉरी ड्यू डेट्स है, ड्यू डेट्स जून एंड दिसंबर है, लेकिन सिक्योरिटीज परचेज कब करे? सिक्योरिटीज परचेज करे आपने सो ऑन और बिफोर द ड्यू डेट यू डोंट on or before the due date you don't purchase the securities, so you will not get any interest. You will not get any interest for these securities, but you can take deduction under section 57. यहाँ पे जनवरी 1 को परचेस करे, ड्यू डेट जून और दिसंबर है. जून और दिसंबर में आपके पास सिक्योरिटीज है क्या? नहीं. 2018 दिसंबर में ही आपको इंटरेस्ट पे हो जा रहा, लेकिन जनवरी में आपने परचेस करे तो इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा क्या? नो. बट यू कैन टेक एग्जम्पशन फॉर loan taken for security, deduction under section 57 for loan taken for purchase of securities. Okay, let us see one more thing. Next one is 4,50,000 12% tax free debentures of Sun TV Network Limited. रेट दिए, हाँ. टैक्स फ्री बोले, हाँ बोले, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट बोले क्या यहाँ पे? नहीं. कमर्शियल बोले क्या? नहीं. तो क्या है ये? इफ नेचर ऑफ सिक्योरिटीज इज नॉट गिवन, वी विल अज्यूम इट एज लेस टैक्स. वी विल अज्यूम इट एज लेस टैक्स. इन केस ऑफ लेस टैक्स, हाउ मेनी स्टेप्स वी विल डू? ओनली वन स्टेप वी विल डू, दैट इज 4,50,000 into 12% we need to take. Tax free debentures of Sun TV Company Limited. Okay. This is what we need to do for tax free debentures. Rate by 100, that's it. अच्छा, टैक्स फ्री कमर्शियल बोले तो ये करना है. टैक्स फ्री बोले, sorry, it is not less tax. Sorry guys, we need to do two steps. We need to do a repeat. Sorry, by mistake I wrote. They said tax free, it is not government. So commercial. Correct. Sorry guys, it is not less tax. It is not less tax. Sorry, I correct myself. I correct myself here. You are having 4,50,000, 12% tax-free debentures. Interest rate is given. Is it tax-free commercial? Yes, it is tax-free commercial. Because they didn't say government. Government नहीं है तो टैक्स फ्री है या है, गवर्नमेंट है क्या, नहीं है. इंटरेस्ट रेट दिए तो क्या करना, व्हाट वी नीड टू डू, वी नीड टू टेक 4,50,000 इंटू 12/100 इंटू 100/90. 2 स्टेप वाला यहाँ पे कैलकुलेशन आएगा. 2 स्टेप्स कैलकुलेशन वी विल डू फॉर दिस वन. प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस इज टैक्स फ्री डिबेंचर्स, नॉट गवर्नमेंट. सो लेस टैक्स भी नहीं है तो कमर्शियल है. तो क्या करना, 2 स्टेप्स करना है. लेट अस सी नेक्स्ट वन. 5,78,567 interest received. What received? Interest received on securities listed debentures of Mahindra and Mahindra Company. Mahindra and Mahindra Company के आपने डिबेंचर्स परचेज करे, उसके ऊपर आपको इंटरेस्ट कितना आ रहा, 5,78,000 आ रहा. एंड परचेज्ड थ्रू डीमैट. When securities are purchased through DMAT, I said to remember this as a special note we wrote. What? No need to gross up. We need to take as it is interest given. No need to gross up. No need to gross up. Whatever interest given is gross interest. Interest given is gross interest. Directly we need to take because purchased through DMAT account. Right, we should write a note for that one after solving the problem. Next point here, 63,320 interest received on unlisted debentures of Haribari. What you have received? Interest amount is given. Interest rate दिए क्या, नहीं. इंटरेस्ट रेट नहीं दिए, अमाउंट दिए तो क्या देखते आप, क्या पूछना पहले, इंटरेस्ट रेट दिए तो क्या पूछना, टैक्स फ्री कमर्शियल पूछना. इंटरेस्ट अमाउंट दिए तो इज इट गवर्नमेंट वी विल आस्क, इज इट गवर्नमेंट वी विल आस्क, नो इट इज नॉट गवर्नमेंट. देन वी शुड आस्क इज इट लेस देन और इक्वल टू, देन वी शुड चेक द अमाउंट. इंटरेस्ट अमाउंट चेक करो. Check the interest amount. If it is not government, we should check is it less than or equal to 5,000. इंटरेस्ट अमाउंट 5,000 या उससे कम है क्या, नहीं है. तो क्या करना, वन स्टेप वी नीड टू डू वन स्टेप. बट रुको पूरा पढ़ो. 63,320 interest received on unlisted debentures of Haribari. Don't be Haribari Company Limited. पैन डिटेल्स आर नॉट सबमिटेड. अगर पैन नहीं दिए तो हाउ टू ग्रॉस अप, 100 डिवाइडेड बाई 80 करना है. स्पेशल पॉइंट्स में मैंने एक एक बात बोले, एक बार फिर से जाके प्रीवियस वीडियो देखो, पार्ट 2 पार्ट 3 of the videos of income from other sources. You will understand why I have said each and every point at there. because while doing the problem we need to remember all those things. Next one. So 33,000 interest received on Konkan Railway tax free bonds. Acha. Railways, is it government? Yes, government. If it is government, interest given, interest amount is given, interest rate नहीं दिए, interest amount दिए तो first क्या चेक करना, is it government? Yes, if it is government, interest given is gross interest given is gross interest, no need to gross up, whatever interest given is there, that is gross interest. अच्छा, अभी थोड़ा बाकी है, कर लेंगे वो भी, देखो भाई. So 33,000 as it is we need to take. Next one, very important one. 15,000 interest on bonds of tax free Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation. ये यारो थोड़ा जाके देखो, टैक्स फ्री. अच्छा, इंटरेस्ट अमाउंट दिए, क्या ये गवर्नमेंट है? सब देखते नहीं बाबा, पहले ये पॉइंट पढ़ो. अहमदाबाद म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन बॉन्ड्स, नागपुर म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन बॉन्ड्स, दीज आर एग्जम्प्टेड सिक्योरिटीज लिस्ट. एक बार पढ़ लो भाई, पार्ट 2 में जाके पढ़ लो, पार्ट 2 वीडियो में जाके देख लो एक बार और पढ़ लो वो पूरे, नहीं तो आपका आंसर गलत जाएगा भाई. ओके, योर आंसर विल गो wrong definitely if you forget all this point. एक क्या है डीमैट अकाउंट, दूसरा क्या है पैन डिटेल्स, तीसरा क्या है एग्जेम्प्टेड सिक्योरिटीज, और थोड़े क्या है करंट ईयर परचेज ऑफ सिक्योरिटीज, बिफोर द ड्यू डेट है या आफ्टर द ड्यू डेट है. आफ्टर द ड्यू डेट है, इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा क्या? नहीं मिलेगा, लेकिन उससे रिलेटेड लोन लिए परचेज करने के लिए वो सिक्योरिटीज के ऊपर इंटरेस्ट आपको मिलेगा. चलो नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, लेट अस कम टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. अगर इस वीडियो my audio and video are not getting matched, थोड़ा adjust कर लो, because I have tried to record this for 3 to 4 times. Every time this app is irritating me a lot, so please understand, I can't do this technical issues, I can't do anything for these technical issues. If there is any gap between audio and video, please adjust it. I'll try to post one more video without any gaps between audio and video if possible. ओके, ये एक प्रॉब्लम तो होने दो, क्योंकि इसमें बहुत सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं, ये इसलिए मैंने ये प्रॉब्लम सोचा आपको बता दूं. ओके, अब पहले के 2-3 प्रॉब्लम कर लेते हैं. हाँ, इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्स आ गया बोल के सोच लेते. दिस इज द लास्ट प्रॉब्लम आई हैव टेकन, बिकॉज रिविजन करते वक्त पीछे से करना है, आगे से नहीं. वी नीड टू डू फ्रॉम बैक, तब आपको पता लगता आपको कितना आया. ओके, कलेक्शन चार्जेस 2%, ये आपको कहाँ पे लेना, ग्रॉस इंटरेस्ट जो रिसीव हुआ उसके ऊपर लेना है. कंप्यूट टैक्स लायबिलिटी फॉर द असेसमेंट ईयर, अयो असेसमेंट ईयर गलत दिए, यहाँ पे आपको देना है 1920, आई थिंक 1920 है ना आपका असेसमेंट ईयर. if income from long term capital gain on sale of building, ये तो लगता है स्पेशल इनकम, टैक्सेबल एट द रेट 20%। कैपिटल गेन हो गया क्या आपका? जाके प्रीवियस वीडियोस देखो कैपिटल गेन के। अंडर सेक्शन 112 capital gain on long term capital gain. Okay, he said long term capital gain of building is अमाउंट दे दिया आपको डायरेक्टली 14,20,000, टैक्स वी शुड टेक एट 20%, एंड इनकम फ्रॉम प्रोफेशन 26,50,000, दिस इज नॉर्मल, सॉरी, this is normal income, this is normal income by, and income from other sources we need to calculate, and to that capital gain and other sources we need to add, and we need to calculate tax liability. Shall we do? Let us see the calculation part. बहुत बड़ा है प्रॉब्लम, वन बाय वन वी विल सी दी आंसर हियर। सर मैंने प्रॉब्लम डायरेक्टली सॉल्व नहीं करे, आपने जो नोट्स भेजाए उसमें से आपको समझा दे रहा हूँ, क्योंकि ये रिवीजन वीडियो है और मेरे पास ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं है आपके लिए एक प्रॉब्लम पूरा सॉल्व करके बता दूँ। ओके, so please understand my situation also. So computation of interest on securities, ये मैडम देखो डॉक्टर यहाँ पे लिखे, so here we are with the answer number 9. Here we are with the answer number 9. Computation of interest on securities of डॉक्टर वरुण। मैडम जी ऐसा डॉक्टर यहाँ पे वरुण अलग अलग नहीं करना है, कितने मेहनत से डॉक्टर बनते वो लोग, उनका नाम के आगे लगाने के लिए डॉक्टर चीज रहता। डॉक्टर वरुण फॉर असेसमेंट ईयर 1920, पर्टिकुलर्स नेट इंटरेस्ट, ग्रॉस अप कैलकुलेशन एंड ग्रॉस इंटरेस्ट। ओके, that is train sound. My house is nearby the railway track, so that is why I stopped the video for a minute. Let us see. 12%, 12.5%, 300 debentures of some company, they said. ₹100 each at 100. So debentures of ₹100 each, 300 into 100, 30,000. 30,000 into 12.5 we need to take, that is only your net interest, that is only your gross interest, because interest rate is given and these are not tax free. These are not tax free commercial. Tax free commercial है तो two steps करते, otherwise only one step. So here net interest and gross interest both will be one and the same. Next, 1000 tax free 8.5 UP government bonds. Which bonds? Government. Government we will do only one step when rate is given. So 1000 into 100, 1 lakh, 1 lakh into 8.5%, it is 8500, 8500. मैडम ने यहाँ पे लिखना भूल गए. Okay. Next, 4,50,000, 12% tax free debentures of Sun TV Limited. These two-step calculation comes here. So first step, 4,50,000 into 12%, you have got 54,000. Next, 54,000 into 100 by 90, second step, two step. So gross interest 60,000. Next, debentures of Mahindra and Mahindra company. Directly interest received is given. These are relating to the demat account wale. Directly we need to take without any grossing up calculation. Right here, 5,78,565. Interest on unlisted debentures. Okay. Of Konkan Railway. Konkan Railway. Konkan Railway? No. Okay. First, interest on unlisted debentures. In case of interest amount is given, first we will check is it government? No government. If it is not government, we will check limit, is it more less than 5,000 or equal to 5,000? No. If it is more than 5,000, 63,320 into rate by 80 we have taken because PAN is not submitted for this. So 100 by 80 we have taken 79150 we have got. Interest on Konkan Railway tax free bonds. Konkan Railway means government. Whatever interest given is gross interest, no need to calculate gross value. So total, if you do total, you will get 7,62,965. Here in the textbook, this amount is given lesser by a 6,000 rupees. So don't consider it. Don't go for the textbook for this answer. Follow this, and this is the correct answer because each and every point we have considered correctly. Next, deductions under 57. Collection charges 2% they are saying of 7,62,965 into 2%, you will get 15,259. Next, very important calculation, this one. Interest on loan taken for purchase of securities of DLF company. 2 lakhs is the loan amount. Rate of interest 11%. You have purchased these securities in January 2019. So first January, February and March. How many months? January, February, March. 3 months. So 3 by 12 we need to take. For deduction purpose we will take number of months. For the purpose of interest we will consider 6 months each period. But that calculation is not required in this problem, 6 months period, because for any of the due date securities were not held by the assessee. So उनको करंट ईयर में जो सिक्योरिटीज परचेज करे उसके ऊपर इंटरेस्ट नहीं मिल रहा. Here it is 5,500 बाबा वेट ए मिनट माँ, कितना सताएगा। हद होगा। अरे भाई कब तो एक बार रहन तो करो, क्या ये इतना सता रहा। into 11% need to take again. It is around 5500. In this, but if there is any gap, please. ना कभी सताया नहीं। On loan taken to purchase the securities. Interest on loan taken to purchase 11% into 3 by 12. It is of 5500. 20759 is the total deduction amount. Total deduction amount is 20759 here. So interest on loan taken for the purchase of securities of DLF Company Limited, 2 lakhs into 11% into 3 by 12, that is 5500. Total deduction under section 57, 15,259 plus 5500 equals to 20,000 759 we need to consider here. 20,759 we need to take. These two amounts, 5500 and 15,259. From gross interest, if we deduct, we will get, from gross interest if we deduct this amount, we will get 4,42,206 as income from interest on securities taxable. So let us do the tax liability part. Let us go for the tax liability part. Computation of total income, and tax liability. Mr. Varun, Dr. Varun, for the assessment year 1920, particulars, amount, income from interest on securities 7,42,206, and income from portion 26,50,000, income from capital gain long term 14,20,000. Total income or gross total income or after deduction income, it is 48 lakh 12,206. How much it is? 48 lakh 12,206 is our total income. Tax on the basis of, we are having in these two incomes. One is normal income, another one is special income. In this income we are having two things, normal income and special income. What is special income? Special income is 14,20,000, that is long term capital gain. Long term capital gain is there, that is special income. Remaining income, if you deduct 14,20,000, that will be our normal income. That is 33,92,206. Okay, on this income we have to calculate tax on the basis of slab rates. Up to 2,50,000 not taxable, 2,50,000 to 5 lakhs 5%, 12,500, 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs 20%, 1 lakh. On remaining from 10 lakhs to 33 lakh 92,206, on 23 lakhs 92,206, if you take 30%, on this, it will be 7,17,661. Total tax at slab rates is 8 lakh 30,162. Here we are getting. To this we need to add tax on special income at flat rate, that is long term capital gain at the rate 20%. So on rupees 14,20,000 into 20%, it will be 2,84,000. If you add both tax before HEC, our total income is not exceeding 50 lakhs. If it exceeds 50 lakhs, we will take surcharge वाले भी provisions याद रखना वो, otherwise you can't do tax liability. So before education says it is 8 plus 2 lakhs, 11 lakh 14,162, 11 lakhs 14,162, HEC at the rate 4%, 44,566. Total tax liability 11 lakh 15,000, sorry 11 lakh 58,728, 11 lakhs 58,728. But we need to round it off, don't leave it here, because last digit is 8. If it is 8, we have to round off up by the nearest to rupees of 10. So rounding off under section 288b, so tax liability will be 11,58,730. Here ends the answer. Please, in this video, if there is any gap between ऑडियो एंड वीडियो, ये एक बार के लिए थोड़ा एडजस्ट कर लो. नेक्स्ट वीडियो में वैसा नहीं होने देंगे. आई विल ट्राई टू डू इट. तो सीखना वन तो जीतना वन. सीखते रहो जीतने के लिए. डू दी try to do the remaining problems. If any doubt, text me, we will get it done. Thank you very much for watching the video.